So, hi everyone, welcome on to today's video concerning radiators and this little thing here, and what you must and mustn't do when you start to see this happening to any of your central heating radiators. Normally the bathroom one's the most suspect that will always go, but there's just some things you mustn't do when you start to see the rust appear. This one we did touch over a long time ago when we first saw it. It just started to come through, and now it's all peeling off and looking pretty manky, but we don't touch it because it's going to go shortly. Normally steel rads are the worst for this rust on the bottom, but all other rads do it as well, but maybe not so much. But they're the ones to look out for. They're the ones with the grills on them all the way around the top and the bottom that are hideous to take off to clean. You know the ones. So let's get straight to it, shall we? Now then, especially before the winter starts and we start to use our radiators, it's a good time to go around and take a quick look at them all, okay? Make sure there's no rust spots on them. Now, everybody says to me, can't we stick some stuff on here, you know, whatever it is, metal, plastic padding, you name it. But none of it works. It will all fall off in the end because the rad gets hot and then it gets cold, and that stuff doesn't expand with it, so it always drops off. And would you be worrying about that anyway? The fact that you put something on there that may not do the job and come off, maybe not straight away, in 6 months' time when you least suspect it. It's not worth the worry. Once you've got this, you've got to renew the radiator. Now you may think that that's all there is there shown on that one that's bad, but no, the place to look is actually underneath, because that's where a lot of the rust occurs. If I get down here, point the camera up, you can see along there, there's the rust there coming right the way through this radiator. So it doesn't actually show all the time that you've got a rusty radiator until you can see round the back. I'm going to use one of my Lambretta scooter mirrors. It's got a little crack in it there, no good anyway, I took it off. So we'll have that to look underneath. Now you'll really see how bad that rad is with a mirror. And this is what you need to check your radiators with. You can see there quite how bad, along with the dust and muck up there, that radiator is. And just check, you can see the back fin there, and you can just check along with all that dust and muck that needs clearing out. But say, I'm not going to do it. The reason I'm not going to be cleaning it is because new radiator coming next week. Alright then, so that's about it. Just a little mirror up underneath the back of your radiators. They often leak round the back and you don't see them because obviously you only look at the front, don't you? This little tip is just a reminder to check all your radiators, especially before the winter comes along. It's best to get it sorted now rather than when you need your heating radiators in the winter. And you suspect it's a bit dodgy, you're going away on holiday or anything like that, then you can isolate the radiator. Just turn off each valve, each end, okay, and it will be off. And it'll only have the load of the water that's in the rad, so if it does leak, it will only be a bit of water that's in there, and it would be very, very slow because the pressure would be gone from it once you isolate both sides. Alright, so that's another little one for you, just one to keep an eye on. It's often forgotten and overlooked. Usually bathroom radiators are worse because although the rads are rusting from the inside out, in the bathroom when you get this steam and moisture, it's rusting from the outside in as well. Normally, as I say, steel rads, these are the worst, but do check if you've got any other. If you're at all worried, get yourself that little mirror and just look up under the back of them. And whatever you do, obviously, as I said before, don't touch the rust with your finger. Don't say, oh, I can feel it, you know, the lump of rust. Because if you knock that little bit of rust off, it will start leaking, and then it is a case of isolating the radiator and getting a new one and doing it. I know you can just isolate it and leave it if you don't want to use it, but you're going to need it. Winter's going to be cold, we know that. It always is. So that's it then, just a little tip from me. All my stuff, you know where to go, usual place, Devon 33. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.